Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Keeping Thoughts with Doris. Whew, it's been a long time, yeah? Very long time since I made a video last. This polling. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. My channel is called Keeping Thoughts with Doris. I just share thoughts, anything like I used to say in my previous video. I just share anything that comes to my mind. I'm not specific or particular about any topic. I talk about anything that just comes to my mind, anything I'm thinking about, anything I see, sometimes on social media, sometimes around me, sometimes, just anything. So that's why I called my channel Keeping Thoughts with Doris. It's just my thought. So it's been a long time since I made a video, so I'm a little bit rough, so but anyway, today I'm making a video about my experience, in this beautiful country that God brought me to. And I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I'm from Africa, Nigeria to be particular. And those of you here, my American people, my American friends, Africa is a continent. It's not a country. It's not a state. So when you meet someone and you ask them, where are they from? And they tell you they are from Africa, ask them, where in Africa? Don't just say, oh, you're from Africa. Yes, they are from Africa, but Africa has 52 countries, right? I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, correct me. Yeah, so Africa has 52 countries. Africa is a continent, just like America is a continent, but America is just a continent with just one country, if I'm right. Right? No, America is a continent anyway. That I know. Anyway, so geography class. Anyway, so I'm from Africa, Nigeria, and there are a lot of other countries in Africa. There's Senegal, there's Ghana, which I like, and there's South Africa again, one of my favorite country. Even though they got their own personal issues, it's fine. God will deliver them. And then there are also other countries, like Mozambique, Kenya, Zimbabwe, and so on and so forth. Anyway, even Egypt is in Africa. A lot of people don't know that Egypt is an African country. So if you've been to Egypt, you've been to Africa. Anyway, so my video today is just a very simple one. I was like, okay, since I've been living here, what are the things I've noticed, that are like really, that is just a shock to me when I came here, that I was like, oh, this is really different from where I'm coming from back home. There's so many things, but I narrowed the list down to my top 10 culture shock in this country, in the US. And my number one culture shock is, I'm not here to body shame anybody, but it's just what I observed, So since I came here, my number one culture shock is everyone is not skinny in America. When we watch movie back home, you guys in America will not understand this, but back home where I'm from, when we watch movies, most of your movies, they show that a lot of people here are skinny. So when we're back home, when we're watching movies, they're like, oh, these people are so skinny, their body is so good, so this, so that. Then I came here and I was like, this is different from what we've been seeing. This is different from the picture that they've been showing us back home. So my number one culture shock when I came here is discovering that not everyone is skinny. My number two culture shock is OYO, which we tag back home, on your own. See, in this country, you're on your own. Nobody has your time. Nobody has, in fact, you can be walking on the street and you fall down and die. Nobody, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not exaggerating. That phrase, on your own, originated from this country. You are basically on your own. You can be living with your neighbor. It's not like us Nigerians, we wake up and then you can even go to your neighbor. If you've not seen your neighbor, you're like, neighbor, are you okay? Are you all right? I've not seen you all day. It's not their business here. If they've not seen you, even for 1 year, nobody cares. You're just on your own. Even sometimes I notice that within families, they don't have, like we have that bond. Many of you in America will not understand. In Nigeria, we have that family unity. That unit is so tight. you know, but here I don't see it. So that was a shock to me, you know. And then I'm like, but are you not siblings? Are you not brothers and sisters? Why are you acting like you're strangers, you know? Why are you acting like you're not even related? So on your own is one of my culture shock I noticed in this country. So pray. When you move here, pray nothing happens to you, because almost you're on your own. Then culture shock number 3 is mortgages and finances. Almost, you know, just when I was leaving Nigeria, that's when this mortgage thing started. That's when people started talking about owning houses. You own a house, you put down a payment, and then, or own a car, you put down a payment, and then just little money and you have it. So I didn't really get a feel of it until I moved here. Like, you can buy a house of $300,000 with just maybe $10,000 down payment if you have it. And then you move in. I'm like, what? You can own a car by just putting down, you can own a car of maybe $40,000 by just putting down a down payment of $3,000. The car is yours. That day, or more, no be saying I'll go come. That day that you put that money down, they will do all the paperwork, do everything. There's nothing like go and come back tomorrow. They will do everything, and they will bring your, and you drive your car out. I say, come and see magic. So that one is another culture shock for me, mortgages and finances. Then my number 7 culture shock is credit score, which is related to mortgages and finances. So for you to have for you to be able to get very good advantages of those mortgages and finances, you have to have good credit. So when I came, I was like, what is credit? What is credit? I wanted to buy something. Then when I wanted to get my car, they said, no, you can't. So you don't have credit. I was like, what is credit? They said, no, you have to build credit. You have to start building credit. It's like, oh, it's not like you don't have credit. It's not like you have bad credit or you don't have credit. It's just that you don't have credit because you've not started building credit. So I started building my credit. So credit is something you build over time. When you have good credit, which is up to like, is this 800 or 750? No, about 800, 850, I think is the highest credit score. So when you have that, I'm telling you, you are the richest person in America. Just have good credit. That's all you need to buy anything. When you have good credit, consumers will be looking for you. You'll be getting mails in your mailbox like kilo day, all because of good credit. So to me, that was a culture shock. Like, credit, with just credits, you can buy something. Credit is not anything. It's not even money. It's just a number. If your number is up to like 6, I think good credit start reading from like where they consider you. They start considering you from 620 to like 850, which is the max. So that to me was a culture shock, you know. Then my culture shock is number 6 is pedestrian crossing. More. I know we have this one. Don't think it's a village thing for me. It's not. We have pedestrian crossing in Nigeria. My Nigerian intonation has entered. Crossing. Let me rephrase. We have pedestrian crossing in Nigeria. It's not like we don't have it. Oh, we do. You know, it's that line with the on the road that they draw with black with white, so it looks like a zebra. We have it. But the only thing that shocked me when I came here was that pedestrian crossing works. As seen, people will be walking, even in a busy city that I even noticed, which is New York City. When I went to New York City, people will be walking like that. Traffic coming this way, and their traffic sometimes is like 8 lanes, four this way, 4 this way, 4 this way, and then people will be walking on that pedestrian crossing. Everybody will stop. So I say, hey, this will work. Don't go and try it in Nigeria, because we'll just be hearing gone too soon. In Nigeria, pedestrian crossing doesn't work. I'm sorry to say, it doesn't. But in this country, it was a shock for me when the moment that light turns green for you, no matter what vehicle is coming, as seen, they will match brake. And most people don't even look. That is what baffles me the most. Most people don't even look to see if vehicles stop, you know. The moment they see that green light, they are like, pooh, off they go. It's their right. So, but in Nigeria, when that police tell you, stop here, or yeah, you call, you still look left, you still look right before you keep going, because you're your own. Anything can still happen. So that was my culture shock. Number 6. Then my culture shock number 5 is the fake smile. Too many fake smile in this country. Somebody you just walking by, just say, I'm like, what kind of smile is that? You don't have to smile. So the fake smile is just too much for me. And they use their fake smile, to tell you hello. They don't say, like us, we don't really use hello as a greeting back home. To us, is kind of disrespectful, especially to a person that is older than you. You have to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. That's how we're raised. That's how we're trained. So I can't see someone that is older than me and I'll just say hello. No. I have to say good morning and good afternoon to you. If I see someone that is younger, that I'm older than, then I can say hello to you if I choose to. But still, that cultural thing in us, we still say good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. That is our greeting from where I came from. But when I came here, I noticed their greeting is a fake smile. You just be walking, somebody will just say that. I'm like, what kind of smile is that? Like a robotic smile. So that was a culture shock for me. I bet you people should learn how to greet. Yeah, that smile is not a greeting. It's good to smile and make the smile a little bit real. So that was a culture shock for me, to the fake smile. Then my culture shock number 4 is bad roads. There are bad roads in America. We'll be thinking, when we watch the movies, and all this, my shock is coming based on the movies I watch, When you watch movies back home, you don't see any bad roads. You don't see anything. All the roads they show are good roads. Even if they're showing movies from villages like that, Sorry, excuse me. If they're showing movies from villages, not villages, like your countryside, they still use countryside that have good road. But when I came here, I noticed like, there are bad roads here too. So they are not even showing us. I keep using omo. Omo is a Nigerian phrase, like it's just a phrase we use, So that's why I keep using it, omo. So you see, there are bad roads also here in America. So that's my culture shock number 4. I keep looking there because I have my list. So that's why I keep looking like that, to look at my list, so that I follow it the way I wrote it down. So my culture shock number 3 is food. Hey, come and see food in this country. Now food, that's why I'm like this. When I was in Nigeria, I was very, very slim, very skinny, hot girl. When I came here, food did not allow me to see road. America has food. Respect. They got food. When you see food in this country, even you that will say you're a vegetarian, if you're coming wherever you're coming from, when you enter here, you see food, or you change your diet plan. There's food in this country. So to me, that is a culture shock. And Americans are big on food. When you ask them what is their favorite food, they don't tell you rice. Like for me, if you ask me what's my favorite food, what would I say? Ask any African from any country. Ask them what's their favorite food. They will tell you rice. They will tell you beans. Or they will tell you yam or potatoes. But ask an American, a typical American, what's your favorite food? They will tell you beef. They will tell you chicken. They will tell you pork. For them, they chose protein as their favorite food, while we chose carbohydrate as our favorite food. But I don't blame them. If you see the array of protein in this country, of food, vegetables, and every kind of thing, from healthy food to the worst food, they have it here. So that was a shock for me when I came the first time. It's not like we don't have food in Nigeria, in Africa or Nigeria, and we do. Trust me, we do. We have food, but you guys have food upon food. So that was a culture shock. I've never seen an array of food like that. It's just too much. So that was a culture shock for me. So my culture shock number 2 is fashion. They got fashion here. If you're not careful with fashion here, you go broke. They got things. They have clothes. They have clothes. What is it you're looking for in this country that you will not find? They have it all. Fashion was a culture shock for me. In terms of what they have. But the most culture shock for me in the aspect of fashion is majority of Americans, even though they have a lot of clothes, they have all the fashion things, they have it all. I think they are the number 2 fashion world in the country when it comes to fashion. I think so, if I'm wrong or right, I don't know, but they are there. They are among the top 5 anyway. For a country that is like that, they don't know how to dress. I'm sorry, I'm not dissing anybody, but dressing here, you know, Nigerians, you know us, when we dey step out, no be today, even just to go to visit your friend, you would dress like you're going for a wedding. That's how we dress. When you're going to a club, when you're going to a party, we step out. We are dressers. So when I came here and I saw people wearing pajamas to a casino, I said, what is going on here? Wearing slippers and stockings. They wear stockings and slippers to a casino. Number one, let me tell you something. In my country, you cannot even pass without your dressing into the casino in my country. Because for a man, rule number one, whatever shirt you're wearing to a casino must have a collar. If it doesn't have a collar, so you can't wear a round neck t-shirt and go into a casino to start with. And you must wear a shoe that covers your feet. All those are the dress code for you to go into a casino or a club in my country. You have to dress. That's for a man. Then for a woman too, women, you don't even need to give them dress code, because we step. Damn, we are steppers. You know, when we go out, we dress with the little fashion we have. Oh, we don't have like you guys here, but we dress. Oh, this video is getting too long, 16 minutes. So my culture shock number 1, which is the biggest of them all for me when I got here, was winter. It's winter. I say, hey, come and see cold. When I experienced my first winter, I was like, where is this cold coming from? No, I've experienced winter before when I went to South Africa, but that's a child's play. That South African winter, you see, they learn work for this country winter. I was like, oh my goodness, where is this cold coming from? Then the beauty of it, which is the biggest shock for me, is when I first experienced snow. I was like, shit, oh my God, this is so beautiful. You know, God is awesome. I'm telling you, God is just awesome. To see the beautiful white thing just falling from the sky, and I'm like a child. I was looking like, wait, let me see. You know, let me see how it's coming down. So that was my culture shock. So in all this, these are my top 10 culture shocks. There are other ones that I didn't put down, you know, like a bonus one, which is white women getting yansh. So forget all those videos, all those movies you're watching, thinking that white women, no, they don't have it. They have yansh. When I enter here, I saw some white women yansh. I say, hey, Nigerian women, come and take notes, you know, so stuff like that. So these are my 10 culture shocks since I moved into this country. So far, so good. It's been good. It's been a blessing. And also, don't listen. Another thing I want to do is but I'll make that a video. I'm not going to say it about all these people making all those silly videos, you know, especially all these Canada people. You people should take time doing video in the snow, telling people, do you still want to come to abroad? That is a very silly video. You people should stop doing that. I pray for everybody that wants to leave, everybody that wants to travel. May God favor you, but do it the right way, you know. So these are my culture shock since I've been living in this country, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be releasing video every Friday, every Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, depends. Anyway, once a week for now, until I get my groove back. Then I'll go back to releasing 2-3 videos a week like I used to before I stop. So thank you for watching this video. I know it's a little bit lengthy, 18 minutes, but thank you for watching it, and I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think. You know, if you've traveled to Africa, tell me what was your experience. You know, when you went to Africa, what was the thing you saw that shocked you when you went to Africa, or any other country you've been to, Europe? You know, what are the things you saw? What was your culture shock when you went to a different country other than the country where you're living at? So let me know. Leave that in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, you know, and most importantly, subscribe. Click the subscription button. It's free. Thank you. See you on my next video. Bye.